So, man, let me take you for a little spin, man. Show you what it feel like.
I gotta go make these drop-offs.
Man, you think you're the only one out here working, B? Gotta make drop-offs too, B. Come on, man, get in, man. I ain't taking no for an answer, man.
Come on. Get in. I'm not taking no for an answer. Welcome back to another episode of 290 Moe Podcast. And before we get into what we came here for, I got a few announcements for you all. Don't forget, June 5th, the second annual bi-monthly Support Thy Neighbor pop-up shop will be going down, presented by By-Variety and 290 Moe Podcast. Make sure you come out and support. If you're a vendor or you're a business owner, you want to be a part of it, all the contact information you need will be in the description of this podcast or this video. With that being said, I got the Spiral review for you guys, and I also got a special guest joining me today. I got Prince Mama in the building. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, we're going to get right into it. So, with that being said, give me your first impressions of the movie. Are you already a fan of the Saw, universe, I guess?
I mean, honestly, not really. But the movie overall, I think it was pretty good.
Okay. Did you have any expectations going in and didn't meet it? Just briefly. You don't have to go into it extensively.
Actually no, but I didn't expect for it to be so bloody.
Oh yeah, that's basically what Saw is. So, getting right into it, I was immediately interested off the bat just because they got Chris Tucker in a horror movie. So that's the first thing that got me into it. So how did you think Chris Tucker performed? I mean, Chris Rock. I know a lot of people have been saying that since the movie came out. But how do you think Chris Rock's performance was in this? I don't think I've seen him this serious before.
Me either, because he always joking around. But overall, I think he did really good.
Yep. Did you think he still tried to put too much comedy into it, or was it just enough?
It was just enough. He didn't overdo it.
I don't know. Me personally, I feel like he slightly overdid it. I don't know if you noticed, but he threw a New Jack City reference up in there, like when they was selling the drugs through the window. He's like, "What the?" He's like, "That's some New Jack City shit."
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that was funny, but other than that, I felt like it was a lot of shit that they just threw up in there because it's Chris Rock, and you gotta get that comedic aspect up out of him while you got him. So, as far as Chris Rock being in a serious horror movie, compared to anybody else that you probably could have put in the role, I think he did a good job, and I was okay with it overall. Moving right along, we're gonna get right into the story. So the story is basically, Chris Rock's character works in the police station in the shadow of his pops. His pops was like a big shot, top cop, commander, whatever, Walter Bob. But Zeke, who is Chris Rock, you know what I'm saying? He ended up turning in one of his partners. So basically in the station, he a rat or whatever. So in the midst of all that, they have a Saw-like murderer who started taking out cops, you know what I'm saying? And Zeke is the head of the case. So as we get into the movie, what did you think about the torturing? Me personally, it was pretty much on par with what Saw brings. I felt like they forced the attacking cops issue because of the climate we're going through with the police killing people. But how did you feel about the story? What did you think about the story?
I mean, the story is, it's a good story, but it's bad that people gotta die.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I said, I felt like they used the story. So it's the person, the Saw killer is basically, it's in the Saw universe. This guy, he's using Saw type traps, you know what I'm saying? And the only thing, he's using the saw type traps and he's using the spiral, which connects them to Jigsaw or whatever. But basically cops are getting attacked, and they kind of like forcing the issue, you know what I'm saying, with all these police shootings and you know what I'm saying, making it seem like, you know, the police is basically getting, and then I guess they getting their money, shit like that, walk the bop. But as far as the blood and guts and gore, I'm not sure. Me personally, I didn't really see nothing that was over new. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They definitely had some parts that made you cringe. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely the goriest thing I've seen in a long time. But this is the first time I've been to the movies in a long time. So with that being said, with this being your first time being to the movies in a long time with COVID and stuff going on 19, how was the overall movie going experience? Like, did you notice anything different, you know what I'm saying, as far as like protocol surrounding COVID-19 or anything like that?
I mean, as far as that, there's not a lot of people. I don't like being around a lot of people, so I liked it that. And then it just felt good to be in the movie seats again.
So would you go to the movies again?
Yeah.
Would you go to the movies in the crowded theater on the weekend?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't do that anyway before COVID. So with that being said, the movie basically ends with the Saw killer, the spiral killer, with the bad guy winning. Basically, shit. I mean, he ultimately lost at the beginning of the story, but he still won at the end. If that makes sense, you have to watch the movie. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want this to be too much of a spoiler review, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't take notes and everything on that, so I can't give you detailed spoilers. So this isn't too much of a spoiler review. It's just more of a should you go see it review. So with that being said, without saying too much, give us a rating, a 1 out of 10, and would you recommend somebody else to go see it? Would you recommend them to go see it or wait for it to come out?
I mean, I suggest if you can't wait, I'll go see it in the movies because it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
Okay, and if you had to rate it 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
I'd give it an 8. Cause I don't like scary movies like that.
Okay.
Gore movies like that.
Alright. Okay, so that's why I wouldn't call it a scary movie nor a horror movie. It's just, I call it a suspense thriller, you know what I'm saying? It's real gory. And with that being said, I'm gonna have to give it, me personally, I'm real tough on movies. I got IMDb up right here, and I'm gonna have to agree with them. I give it probably like a 6 out of 10. It starts pretty slow. I was starting at the beginning of the movie, and as it got to the climax, I was starting to feel like I was starting to wonder what they had going on. But they kind of ironed everything out enough for me to for them to justify making this adding this addition to the Saw universe. So with that being said, I'll also recommend it as a theater go see, you know what I'm saying? So if you out this weekend, you need something to do, I definitely recommend it. Even though I didn't give it the best, you know what I'm saying, rating that it can get out of 10. As a pure movie spectacle, I give it an 8 out of 10 just to go out, you know what I'm saying, and see a movie. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people ain't been to the movies in a long time, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give it that. I'll say go out and see that. Before we get up out of here, is there another movie you see on the horizon you want to go check out, or do you want to, you recommend for the people?
Well, it's one scary movie that I want to see, but it ain't gonna come out till like October.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Candyman.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm sure. Yeah. So y'all be looking out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and listen to my podcast when you ain't got shit else to do, so you don't miss that Candyman review when it drop. So with that being said, Prince Mama, appreciate you coming on the podcast. Can't wait to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
All right, in a minute, gang.